Hello, hello. Welcome to Quilt Like an Artist. Many thanks to Estelle Center for Creative Arts for sponsoring this video. I will have the link to their website in the description below. This week I thought I'd be working on the landscape quilt that I showed you last week. I had ordered some fabric and I was waiting for it. So meanwhile, I decided to put together this face as an example for my Faces and Figures workshop. Once I got it sewn, I just tossed it up on the side. I have this board. It's actually a canvas, a painting canvas covered with fabric. I tossed it up there and I went, "Oh my gosh, look at that." These three pieces have been here for a year. I know that because I created them in a workshop that I took. And I use this little board. It's right next to my design wall, and I stick up things that I'm considering or things I'm not using or rejects, and sometimes I cover it with fabric panels, sometimes I cover it with finished quilts to look at, and it's kind of like my junk drawer of design walls. Anyway, when I stuck this face up and it went with what was there, I got very excited. And you know my philosophy about following and doing what excites you most. I decided to run with this instead of the lovely landscape that's coming up. That will be next. So the first thing I did was grab the scraps that I had not put away yet from the Marta quilt. And I thought I could use these, so I kind of sorted them. And then I looked up and went, oh, this is not the right color. This is too green for this next adventure quilt here. So I did the next best thing. I grabbed the other side of the color palette there from the same quilt and sorted those. And then I had to decide, what am I going to do with these? And so I kind of figured it out as I went. And I ended up doing a bit of a wonky log cabin, and I am going to stop talking and let you watch this process unfold. But before I go, I have some exciting news to tell you. If you've been following me, you know that I will be teaching this summer, July 2026, at the Estelle Center for Creative Arts. And my workshop filled, and people were on the waiting list, and they have now opened a second week. So the week of July 20th will be the second week. And there are quite a few people on the waiting list, but if you hurry, you can probably still get in. So head on over there. I will have the live link in the description below, and I'll have a link here above on the screen as well. And here comes the fun part. Now I'm going to see what did I just create and do I like it and how will I work with it. I'm loving the black slit. And now I'm trying to figure out, of course, the layout. So I've decided I need 3 vertical and 3 horizontal. And then this is like a puzzle. I will tell you when I got done sewing these together, I rather was kind of what did we say when we were kids? I was a little goo goo gaga over it. And I thought to myself, this would make a fabulous fabric for a garment. And so I am going to show you a little mock-up that I did. So what do you think? Would you wear this? I would wear this. And I think this is also a great example of letting the work lead because, first of all, like I said in the beginning, I wasn't even going to work on this quilt. I didn't even know this was a quilt I was going to work on. I thought I was doing the landscape, but I jumped to this because I was excited about it. And now I'm super excited about this. And I may actually do a garment and do a similar thing with it. Wonky log cabin with that dark slit in the middle. And I think it's very maybe Japanese looking, which I love that aesthetic, which is probably why it appeals to me. I think the most important thing here is if you want to quilt like an artist, is to think like an artist and to allow the work to talk to you and lead and just pay attention to how you feel. I know you've heard me say this before. Pay attention to how you feel about the process and then how you feel about the product, especially when you love it. And here it is pressed, getting its final trim. And here you can see it on the design wall with the other pieces. You can see I do not have enough fabric. I have to keep making more or finding more or using more. So I decide I am going to do the exact same thing with the remaining scraps that I have. And what's interesting to me is that even though I'm doing this basically the same thing because the scraps are different, the results are different. So let me jump ahead here and show you the difference. Here you can see I've placed the newer one at the bottom. Now, at this point, I don't know if I'm going to use either one, if I'm going to use both, where I'm going to use them in this quilt. I'm just building, and then I will edit in the next video, and we will see where this takes us. A mighty big thank you to Estelle Center for Creative Arts once again for sponsoring this video and inviting me to teach at their retreat center. If you would be interested in sponsoring this video as a viewer or a corporation, I have a link for you in the description. Thanks for being here, everyone. See you next week.